This is the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 12, is that right now, all over the media, pretty sure brothers and sisters have been, I'm hearing about it, you're having Donald Trump, okay, accusing the Pentagon leaders of wanting war all the time, always wanting to get into a conflict so that their buddies, defense contractors who make the bombs, the planes, all right, the weapons, can make some money, can get paid. And it's funny because Donald Trump is saying this, but he's a part of that. He's a part of the military-industrial complex. He's a part of that war business, okay? Guarantee his stocks or his family stocks are in defense contractors, okay? The stocks that are defense contractor stocks that are on Wall Street, you know, Raytheon, General Dynamic, Boeing, okay? What's another one? Lockheed and Martin. Everybody knows that one. Should know that one by now. All right? But it's funny that he's saying this, and it shows you, okay, the attributes, okay, of the devil, of these rich men, these Edomite rich men who are deceivers, okay, who have nothing but deception under their tongue. Or yeah, they'll tell you out front, like with Donald Trump saying out in the, yeah, it's true. But he's a part of that. All right? And it's just funny to see this happening now in 2020. For him to say that about the military leaders, all right, who are literally the jackals for Wall Street and the bankers, okay? The muscle men, as Major General Smedley Butler, which I'm going to get into his quote, stated. But yeah, man, we're at the end. If you can't see America's through by what's happening, all right, you're not spiritual, and you know what? You're going to get hit with a nuke because, hey, man, this is funny. You know, let me, one more scripture. Let's get into Psalms 60, was it 64 and 8? Wait, what's going on here? Okay, hold on. Something's going down. Bear me one moment. You know, looks like Shaitan, you know, doing his number. Doing what he got to do. It's part of the battle. All right, Psalms, bear me one moment. Psalm 64. And 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. And Donald Trump's a perfect example. Okay. And not only Donald Trump. Okay. You have, right here, this character, right? I'm not going to play it, but General, former NATO, okay, Wesley Clark said it at Democracy Now, okay, which you can find it on YouTube, how the Pentagon, all right, already had a plan under the Bush administration to go into 7 countries, all right, Sudan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, okay, what was and a couple more, then it would end off in Iran. I forgot the other ones, but you know, anybody could pull up that video. All right. He even said that there was an agenda within the Pentagon to get into all these countries. All right. So yeah. All right. They all make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All right. And they're part of this. They're part of this cabal of doing it. All right. And that's this devil. That's the devil for you. This is the serpent. Okay. This is the wicked the Bible speaks of. So let's play this video because yeah, this is great. This is good stuff, man. It's good. Hey, Donald Trump, man, good job you said this, man. You really caused a division, all right, in America.
Biden shipped away our jobs, threw open our borders, and sent our youth to fight in these crazy, endless wars. And it's one of the reasons the military, I'm not saying the military is in love with me, the soldiers are. The top people in the Pentagon probably aren't because they want to do nothing but fight wars so that all of those wonderful companies that make the bombs and make the planes and make everything else stay happy.
Wow. Whoa. Yeah, man. We at the end. 2020, year of prophecy. All right. Their own tongue shall fall upon themselves, man. All right. Now, these are the rich men that have war in their heart, man. And they're deceitful. And these are these Edomites. All right. The so-called white man is the biblical Edomites. All right. And Donald Trump. All right. Let's get to some history here. Oh, for all you Trump lovers that love watching our videos. All right. This is a good smack in the face to y'all. All right. Hasn't Donald, first of all, you know what? Let's get to this article right here. This is from the Huffington Post. It says, critics explode after Trump lashes Pentagon leaders as warmongers. But watch it right here. Isn't he the commander-in-chief? Question. Right. Isn't he the commander-in-chief? Doesn't he have say to pull all the soldiers out if he wanted to? All right. Isn't he the one that signs off on the fiscal, okay, budgets for the military every year? He has to sign off on the budget every time the military industrial complex, right? These generals and these officers, okay, when they need more money, they have to go to Congress and ask Congress, this is what we need. And Congress, okay, always writes a bill for it. And the president has to sign it. So, Trump, you're part of this. Why would you say this? You know why he said it? Because he needs to keep his dumb fan base, okay, believing that he's not a warmonger, all right? And that's the devil for you, all right? He asked, what's that scripture? His words were smooth with butter, all right? 55 and 21. Oh, man, Donald Trump. Yeah, man. Hey, this is great stuff, man. This is great footage. This is good, okay, a good lesson, man, to show you who this devil truly is. Donald Trump and all his nation, all right, the Edomites, so-called white people today. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Right. Donald Trump has a hard-on to fight Iran. That's why he assassinated a general. Okay, in January. Did you forget about that, Donnie? All right. Donald Trump has a hard-on, all right, in the Middle East. That's the reason why in 2018, he was part of that deal with Saudi Arabia for $110 billion. Did you forget about that, Donnie? But it's funny, man. This is good stuff, man. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right. All right, that proves that these are the biblical Edomites, okay? These are the Edomites without a shadow of a doubt, okay? We had Great Millstone, all right? We know who the Edomites are. That's why idiots like Vocab Malone, Jesus is the retard, all right? James the Edomite White, you don't know nothing, all right? You're beneath us, all right? You're just a low-level Edomite who's going to be taken in the Civil War. 22, cast thy burden upon, oh yeah, by the way, there's a civil war coming. This is going to turn heads. This is going to divide the military even more, bucko. Get ready. 22, cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Right, the righteous, okay, are going to always be with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, they're not worried about this, okay? It's You heathens and you two-thirds, you got to worry about what President Donald Trump is saying and the division in the military and the division amongst these different groups, all right, that are out there protesting. You got to worry about that. We don't worry about that. We laugh at that. We're like, this is all part of prophecy, and we're all for it, so we get the hell up out of here, man. All right, this is not a place to raise children. This is not a place, all right, that is safe. This is the valley of the shadow of death. 23. But thou, O power, shall bring down into the pit of destruction, bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. Right. These Edomites are going down, everyone that follows them. Okay, the Lord is going to destroy America with fire. Okay? And by Donald Trump saying all this, America's military is literally spitting on its head. From the private all the way up to the generals, man. All right? Because part of the general, a lot of these generals are patriots for America. And there are other generals who are for the military industrial complex. All right? These majors and these lieutenants and colonels, they're all for the war profiteering. They're all for a racket. And don't say they're not, because right here, Major General Smedley Butler stated this, all right? I served in all commission ranks from second lieutenant to major general. And during that period, I spent most of my time being a high-class muscle man for big business, for Wall Street, and for the bankers. In short, I was a racketeer for capitalism. I suspected I was just part of the racket all the time. Now I am sure of it. And he was part of World War I. And he said in World War I, scroll down right here. This is what he said about World War I. In the book titled Wars of Racket, Butler wrote, let me blow this up. So you morons, all right, that want to believe in America, this is talking to our people, you can really, all right, see or how wicked and deceitful America truly is. And you honestly think you want to raise a family here? You want to build a nation with a nation that's about to get hit with nukes? You don't think these other nations are seeing all this? All right, this is a great time for all these nations to pounce on America. All right? The division is hot. In the booklet titled Wars Racket, Butler wrote, in the World War I, a mere handful garnered the profits of the conflict. At least 21,000 new millionaires and billionaires were made in the United States during World War I. Right. How many of these war millionaires shouldered a rifle? None. They were part of the stock market. They were part of the big bankers. They were part of the big businesses. War is a profit. The general public shouldered the bill. And what is the bill? Right. Use taxes to buy the weapons. Okay. And then when these companies are doing great, while the bombs are being dropped, then we make money off of Wall Street. All right? Use take out loans and tab it on the taxpayer. Newly placed gravestones, mangled bodies, shattered minds. For a great many years as a soldier, I had suspicion that war was a racket. Not until I retired to civil life did I fully realize it. Now that I see the international war clouds gathering as they are today, I must face it and speak out. Right? He's been speaking out before World War II. But guess what? Hey, man, you were part of the military-industrial complex. You were the spearheads of it, Major General Smedley Butler. Hey, so you had a hand in this, okay? And it's funny how all these Edomites, they want to get some type of so-called righteousness back in their spirit once they retire. But when they were working in the military, doing nothing but wickedness, you're all full of shit. All right? It's beautiful though. Why? Oh, let's get Mark chapter 3, verse 23. All right. Yeah, you Trump supporters, man, you looking stupid now. Mark 3:23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And you clearly see America's divided from the bottom all the way to the top, man. All right. And this is how you know this is the Lord really setting the motion in play for America's destruction. Okay, he got it. He has it all. This is the Lord's doing. All right, and the spiritual Satan, all right, has been given direct orders from the Most High to get these Edomites at each other's throats, man. 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Exactly. That house cannot stand. And you see in America cannot stand. So all these Israelites out there that want to build in America, that want to build, buy a piece of property or buy, I don't even know if you could get a community, all right, because it goes by districts, all right, and the districts are owned by the Edomites, and Edomites also, the Electoral College are owned by Edomites, all right, because the Electoral College goes back to landowners. So I don't know how you're going to build in a nation that's already ran and governed by Edomites, and their laws are dictated by these Edomites. But you know, that's what a fool does when they're not spiritual, all right? You have a lot of carnal men in Israel, by the way. 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And it clearly shows we're at the end of this man's rulership, Esau, Edom's rulership. Can you see? Can't you see? Now I want to get into this little piece of information just to, you know, again, get at Donald Trump's forked tongue. All right, so critics were flabbergasted Monday when President Donald Trump slammed his own Pentagon leadership as warmongers. Even though Donald Trump, you're a warmonger. Speaking at a White House press conference, Trump claimed that U.S. soldiers are in love with me, but top Pentagon officials probably aren't because they want to do nothing but fight wars so that all of those wonderful companies that make the bombs and make the planes and make everything else stay happy. All right, but you're happy too, Donald Trump. All right. Once again, the $110 billion deal you did with Saudi Arabia. All right, you were part of that. The unprecedented attack appeared to be twisted response to Atlantic's explosive report last week that Trump has called members of the military, including fallen war heroes, as suckers and losers, right? And I ain't gonna lie, when I was in the military, all right, I was a sucker and a loser because I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was a pawn in Satan's army. And Tawadiyah Bashmiyan Shai for putting a spirit on me just to get out of that. All right? And any of our people, if you're so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, if you're in the military, all right, you're a sucker and a loser. Let the Edomites fight each other. Let them be in the military, okay? That's their shit, okay? All our people get out of that and seek the Lord. The president's sudden slam may have been an attempt to suggest that the scrum-off officials were behind that story. People on Twitter pointing out that many Pentagon higher-ups were named to their jobs by Trump. Right, Trump hired multiple Pentagon higher-ups, and now he's going to bash them, which clearly shows he's just piping the piper to his fan base, the retarded Trump supporters, all right? Because at this stage of the game, you're retarded, all right? And anybody who's, and you idiots that go vote for Trump at what he said right here, hey, man, you're an idiot, all right? You're a dumbass. But it's cool. You got to have suckers, all right, to fulfill prophecy. You got to have suckers and losers. And you Edomites are the suckers and losers. By Trump and the president has boosted the defense budget 3 years running, reaching a record $738 billion for fiscal year 2020. The president is also the commander-in-chief who makes the military his responsibility. Exactly. You're the one that signs off on these budgets, like I said at the beginning, okay, of this video, of this lesson. So what the hell are you talking about? This is crazy talk. It's bug. Hey, man, this is the devil. This is the devil. It was Trump who picked Mark Esper, former chief lobbyist for defense contractor Raytheon, to be the current Secretary of Defense. Wow. Wow. So this guy is a walking, talking, okay, oxymoron, a hypocrite. Once again, the devil, the serpent, Satan. These Edomites are the physical counterpart of Satan. Point blank, period. And you know what? I got one more scripture and I'll close out. Lord, when this lesson was edifying. Proverbs 26 and 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. Right, Donald Trump, he said something that was true. All right, the military-industrial complex, the Pentagon leaders are doing the bidding, all right, wanting these wars so that the companies can make money, defense contractors, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, so on and so forth. Believe him not, right, because he's part of that. For there are 7 abominations in his heart, right, and these are the Edomites. 26, whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation, right? You're being shown, man. Donald Trump is a devil, is a liar. He's being shown. 27, whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, right? You just dig yourself a bigger pit, Donnie. And he that rolled the stone, it will return upon him, right? Everything's going to, that stone, all right, is going to fall upon you, because thus with violence shall Babylon be thrown down. Hey, let me get this scripture. Thus with violence shall Babylon be thrown down, because that great millstone, man. Because America's going out. If you can't see America's going out, man, you're not spiritual, all right? And this is talking to our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. Revelation 18:20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High avenged you on her right. And we're rejoicing. The angels are rejoicing, okay? The apostles are rejoicing, okay? Yahushai, the Most High, we're all rejoicing, man, because we see clearly the end of Esau's reign, of our last captivity. 21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Right. The last book of the Bible, the book of Revelation, John the Revelator saw a future prophecy of America being thrown down in violence. So all you jokers out there that don't think America is Babylon, all right, you don't know nothing. And you clearly are not a man of the Lord. And with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakak, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who well taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the 4 quarters of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. For the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and a Bible ball. Shalom.